Yeah. So, as you'll see on my slide, the title has a key word, disruption. And all of you that have been to engineering school know how a professor can disrupt your Monday morning with a pop quiz. And that is what Sundar did for me. I was having breakfast and he says, can you talk for 5 minutes? So it kind of blends in very seamlessly with the thought I had. And so from a question, it has now become a statement that we have disruption. I have been disrupted, so let's talk about what we mean by disruption. So, innovation and disruption are two words that go hand in hand. I mean, you can never find innovation without disruption and disruption without innovation. And from a business standpoint, it is very critical because you can have, a lot of work done that leads to incremental improvements. But at the end of the day, as I'll show you on a slide from Johnson & Johnson, long-term survival and relevance is dependent absolutely on disruptive innovation. And it was a term that was coined by Professor Christensen from HBR. Disruption does not have to be a breakthrough technology. And I think this is where 3D printing is a very good example. Printing has been around for a long time. Most of my career I have spent doing, developing materials for screen printing, flexographic printing. So printing in itself is a very old technology. But it is the 3D concept that is disruptive. And that is why it marries in so well with the word innovation, because there is a whole big space out there where you can add significant value through this, addition of disruption and create economic benefit. So this is the slide I was talking about. If you look at Johnson & Johnson's revenues between 1990 and 2000, the legacy businesses were growing at a very staid clip of say 2 to 3%. But really it was the disruptive business that started growing at 40% CAGR that led to a 10% overall growth for the company. And that kind of lays the bottom line for why innovation like 3D printing and the disruption that it causes is so important for economic survival. And now coming to the casual discussion that Sundar and I had back this summer, actually one of my colleagues ran into Sundar's colleague from industrial engineering. And when I heard about that, I said, okay, I'm going to be coming to Kentucky, so let's come and talk to these guys. And so what we talked about was this material. It's a carbon which has significant compressibility under pressure at very high levels of pressure. And since I'm a scientist, please bear with me because I cannot talk without some scientific slides. So what we found was the compressibility of this material is so great that if you add it to a drilling fluid, it can really absorb a significant amount of pressure. And one of the key problems that you encounter in oil wells is what they call pressure buildup. So the pressure can build up to an extent where a $25 million well can explode and money literally goes down the hole. So this is a very potential application, and this is where the innovation comes in. The disruption was in being able to take an ordinary material like carbon coke graphite and add certain properties to it with close porosity that allowed it to be compressible, significantly compressible under high pressures. And the innovation is in applying it to a problem that exists in the real world. Now, whether this will pan out the way we envisioned it in the lab, only time can tell, but at least the science of it sounds very solid. Oops, what happened here? Did I do?
I did. Need to be here?
Yeah. No, wait, right here, yeah. Okay. Oh, something just flipping it.
Oh, you just have them hidden. Okay, can you just?
Okay. All right.
Give me one slide.
Okay. So just to get back to the point, we have a material that is very innovative. How do we apply it to a disruptive technology like 3D printing? And that is where the concept of shoe soles came in. that can you put this material into a polymer and make a shoe sole that will absorb pressure, and by tuning the properties of the material, can you tune the quality of the footwear that you make. So with that, I'll leave it for questions, and if there are none, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Diptarka. Thanks for taking a couple of thoughts.